It's January 31st, 2013 at the Ocotillo Wind Project. It's about 6:35 in the morning. Wind speeds are at 4 miles per hour. We have a few wind turbines turning at a pretty slow RPM. My guess is they're just once again free spinning. There's no bend on the blades. They're just keeping the oil circulated in the gearbox, I would say. Looking over here, the south end of the project. We'll go around it, take a look at them real quick. Tomorrow is February 1st. Pattern Energy said they know the wind doesn't blow in December and January. They didn't say anything about the rest of the months throughout the year, so kind of interested in seeing what kind of winds we got in February. I've always noted that the wind that we do get out here is more like starts around March and goes to about August. But even with that short spell, 4 or 5 months of wind, the wind is not suitable for wind turbine generators as far as I'm concerned. The wind speeds are up and down, always changing direction. Just not ideal winds for wind turbines in 4 or 5 months out of the year. So here you have it on January 31st, 2013 at 6:30 in the morning. A few wind turbines are turning very slowly as the sun comes up in Ocotillo in Southern California. With 4-mile-per-hour winds. Stay tuned. It's January 31st, 2013 at the Ocotillo Wind Project at 8:30 in the morning. Local wind speeds are at 3 miles per hour. Looking across the project site, I can only see 1 or 2 wind turbines barely moving. Once again, another day with no wind. We'll start out at the south end of the project here and take a look at the wind turbines. But it's just another day here in Ocotillo with no wind. So quiet you might be able to hear the backup alarms from the trucks out in the distance working. It's just absolutely quiet and calm. No wind whatsoever, once again. Pattern says they know, they're aware of the fact that there is no wind in the months of December and January. Today's January 31st, tomorrow's February. We'll see if the wind picks up in February. But as it stands right now, these first 2 months that this project has been online, there's not one wind turbine moving now. They've all stopped. Oh, one over there, I guess. Since this project has been online for 2 months now, went online December 5th, 2012, there's been very little wind at all. This project has hardly generated any power whatsoever. We keep asking to see how much power this project has generated, but so far we have not had any luck with obtaining this information. Apparently it's proprietary. Big secret as far as I know. Nobody wants to brag about this project, as poor as it looks to be. $600 million wind project with no wind, subsidized with taxpayer money. I'm sure it's pretty embarrassing to have people drive down the freeway and look over and see these wind turbines sitting here doing nothing. I know the question has been asked many times, and the answer has been, well, we know there's no wind in January and December, so we're really looking forward to February. Let's see how the wind picks up in February. This is also something we wasn't mentioned in any of the supervisor meetings or planning commission meetings that we went to, that we never heard that oh, the wind doesn't blow out here in January and February. What other months doesn't it blow? Did they forget to mention other months? We'll find out. Stay tuned. From Southern California at the Ocotillo Wind Project on January 31st, 2013 at 8:30 in the morning, 3-mile-per-hour winds. Stay tuned. It's January 31st, 2013 at the Ocotillo Wind Project. It's 11:30 in the morning, and the current wind speeds are at 2 miles per hour. Looking around the project site, I can see 4 or 5 wind turbines that are maybe 6 or 7 that are barely moving, just blowing, free-wheeling and free spinning in the wind. Once again, 2-mile-per-hour winds. Looking south, just another day with no wind here in Ocotillo. At 11:30 in the morning on the 31st of January. In Southern California at the Ocotillo Wind Project, it's just another day with no wind. It's about 2 o'clock on January 31st, 2013 at the Ocotillo Wind Project. Wind speeds are at 3 miles per hour. I thought it was pretty interesting to see these wind turbines facing all different directions at this time, looking for wind. You keep a close eye on the direction of the wind turbines as I pan around the project site here. You'll see what I'm saying. There's a couple out there, various directions, but that one appears had one facing, oh, there it is. There's one facing north over here, facing due north. The one next to it is facing south. The one next to that one is facing west. The one next to that one is facing south. It just goes, they're all over the place. They're, I guess they're prepared for wind coming from any direction. Of course, the wind speeds are only at 3 miles per hour right now, but, so anyway, just take a look at these wind turbines, see which direction they're pointing. All throughout the day today, the wind has been changing directions. Wind turbines are, I think they're probably using more power than they're generating. The nacelle is turning, constantly trying to figure out which direction the wind is coming from. You can see the windsock there, there's no wind. There's nothing. So, take a look at these. Some of these are facing south, some are facing west. It's just another day without wind here in Ocotillo. Got wind turbines facing all different directions, ready, just in case the wind comes up over the hill from any given direction. I don't think that's what they were designed for. But nevertheless, here they are in our desert, taking up space. 0 watts of power being generated once again. A wind turbine museum, boneyard. They could sell these things when this project is done for hardly used wind turbines for sale. Very low mileage. Like new. On January 31st, 2013, at about just before 2 o'clock, with winds at 3 miles per hour. It's January 31st, 2013 at the Ocotillo Wind Project. It's a little after 3 in the afternoon. Local wind speeds are at 3 miles per hour. I don't see any turbines that are generating power right now. There's a couple that are free spinning, but that's it. Funny thing is, they're facing all different directions. Well, probably because there's no wind, but nevertheless, it's kind of comical to see these things facing all different directions and turning at times. For example, right over here, there's 2 wind turbines. Let's see. One is facing north, northeast. The one on the right is facing north, northeast. The one on the left is facing southeast. How does the wind come from 2 different directions at the same time? Very interesting. And as we go around the project site, you'll see that there is no common direction as far as which direction these wind turbines are turning, are facing on the nacelle. They're facing all different directions. Well, they pretty much all quit spinning too, the ones that were turning. So those are not turning at all. Looks like they're trying to get some wind from the south there. But basically, it's just another day without wind. On January 31st at a little after 3 in the afternoon. The one out there is facing, it's facing southeast. Windsock's not showing any wind at all. A little bit of a breeze. Well, they've all pretty much quit turning now. There was some that was moving, but now they've all come to a screeching halt once again. Zero watts of power being generated. 0 homes being powered. On January 31st, 2013, at a little after 3 in the afternoon, with 3-mile-per-hour winds in Ocotillo, Southern California. Another day without wind. It's January 31st, 2013 at the Ocotillo Wind Project. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Sun just went down. Local wind speeds are still only 3 miles per hour. I think the highest I've seen today was 4, maybe 5 miles per hour on the local weather station out here. Very bad day for the wind turbines. Very non-productive. Starting here from the southwest corner of the project, you can see once again these wind turbines are just sitting here waiting for wind. "94 wind turbines. Three or four of them barely turning out here on the project site. "3-mile-per-hour winds. I think my own hand generator on my motorhome would have generated more power than this wind project generated today. It's absolutely ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. we heard was these things were going to power 125,000 homes. They turn for a little while, they stop. A little bit of wind comes from a different direction. Like a vortex down here on the desert floor, the winds. Another day without wind at the Ocotillo Wind Project. Tomorrow's February. They said they know the wind doesn't blow in January and December in Ocotillo. Tomorrow's February. Stay tuned.